Good afternoon, everybody. Softball Grandpa here with my dog Hawkeye and Henry, who's coughing up a treat. Sit. Say hi, Henry. Sit. Give me a paw. Give me a paw. See, look at that. See that? Good dog, son. Come here. He doesn't do nothing. He just has to look there. Sit there. So, people, I got a little dilemma. So, I showed you the other day there was a quarter in here. Well, guess what I did? I broke it. Not on purpose. Not that I needed a quarter, but I'll put it in my pocket just in case. But, word of the day is imagine. And the reason I bring up that, because when I'm driving home, and I listen to music, I think about the words to the song. And some songs bring back memories of, like, one song reminds me of my dad when it's from the Ozark Mountain Daredevils. It'll shine when it shines. You might think I'm wasting time, but I'm just a good old boy that's learned to wait. And there's a part in the song that says, like my mama said, you only live till you're dead, so you got to give and give and give. And then like my daddy said, it's in your heart, not your head, and you got to sing and sing and sing. Seems like everyone is out looking for the sun. Woo! Oh! Singing rain. Oh, woo! Oh, he's telling me to stop singing. Oh, Henry wants you to stop singing too. And that's my dilemma, So I'm going to go out to dinner with my daughter, my son-in-law, future son-in-law, and we're going out to dinner tonight to celebrate my birthday. I'm leaving for Arizona tomorrow in the morning, bright and early. I'm going to be singing all Rocking Down the Highway. Rocking Down the Highway. That's a song by the Doobie Brothers here, and but I listen to these songs and it brings, and some of them are like Imagine. Like John Lennon wrote the word song Imagine, and so you listen to music, and I love music, and I listen to the words, and some things just touch my heart. There was a song by the Eagles, if I can remember what the name is, there's so many songs, but it's, God, what is it? But it always reminds me when the sun's coming up. I forget the name of the song, but when Emma and I would be on vacation driving, the sun would be coming up, and I'd put that song on, and she'd wake up, and I just always got a kick out of that. What is that song? J.D. Souther wrote it. I can't think of it. And I don't prepare for these things. I got paper here, but you can see there's nothing writing on there. And I got a book here, but there's not too much in there either. I got the dictionary. I'll still think of the word at some point, or the song. But, there's sad songs, happy songs, and good songs, and songs that make you think, like the song by the Eagles, "The Hole in the World." They wrote that after 9/11. Or 9/11, they were supposed to go in the studio. This story it says, and they wrote the "Hole in the World" song. And Alan Jackson did a good 9/11 song too. Well, now I'm getting sad, because a lot of people died, and I don't do death well. I really don't do death well, but that's part of living. That's part of living. Part of living is dying, and I became really comfortable with dying. I had to get comfortable with dying because, I can't be fearful of dying, because if you live in fear, that's not no way to live. Live to live. Right, Henry? Hawkeye? Right? Live to live. And that's really important, when I went through my addiction and all that stuff, I didn't think I'd make it to see 50 years old, because, well, you don't know because you weren't there. Maybe you were there. Maybe some of my brothers, since they were there, they saw me. They used to call me Mr. Microphone at parties. No matter how loud the music was, people still heard me because I was going to be heard, you know. And you know, listened to her song by the I don't know who it was, but I fought the law and the law won. Yeah, no shit. Oh, I shouldn't cuss. I'm sorry, but yeah, they frickin' won all right. You know, it cost me a little bit of time, you know, and humility and you know that was a living hell, you know. And you got to raise, you know, if you want to get to heaven, you got to raise a little hell. Well, I did my part. That's for sure. I did my part. You know, I raised a little hell, and I'm still raising hell because I get pissed off, you know, and I still, you know, I think I'm a little bit better than I used to be, you know. Mark and Sherry, can you say yes or no to that question in Missouri? You know, some of my friends at work, I almost got, I almost got fired. So yeah, I'm doing a little bit better at work. Oh, look what I found! Look what I found! I found another one. Yeah, look, but there's nothing in there, you know. And just to prove you, I'm going to show you something. See that? The quarter won't go in there. It won't go in on all the holes. It won't go in. But next time I show you this, it will be in there. It's magic. It's a trick. You know, magic's an illusion. You know, let's get back to imagination again. You know, you have to imagine. Imagine that quarter in there, and it will be. You know. Hawkeye, you got something to say? Speak. So speak. That's not very loud. Speak. You hungry? You want more treats? You want more treats? Give me a kiss. Oh yeah, see that? There he goes. You hungry, Henry? So give me 5. Yeah, that boy. Give me 5. Give me 5. I guess I gotta give him a treat. You're supposed to reward the dogs with a treat when they do shit or do stuff. Well, they shit all the time, right, Henry? In multiple places in the yard. You know, sometimes you get surprised because, well, they never shit here before. You know, but shit happens. There you go. All right, shit happens. Shit howdy, right? You know, going to Arizona, they say shit howdy probably there too. You know. But anyway, I'm losing my voice now, so I gotta go do something for somebody else for fun and for free because you want to, with no expectation in return. You know, and pray for the people that need prayer. You know, because there's a lot of people out there that need prayer. You know, from your politicians to your coworkers to your family members to the dog. You know, right? Do you need prayer? Do you need prayer? Speak. Yeah, he needs good bark. That's what he needs. All right, love you all. Talk to you soon.